Hello, this is Brendan Bailey, and I'm doing a review now for the new Suzuki Manji low-tuned line of diatonic harmonicas. It's been quite a long time in the making at this point, since the release of the original Manji diatonic, but Suzuki has just released a new line of low or tenor-tuned harmonicas. So keys ranging from C up through, low C up through low F. And the design and implementation of this particular instrument is very interesting. Let's take a look at it here. It's using the Joe Falisco conical method here, which extends out the lower part, or the bottom cover plate, so that the longer reeds that are necessary to make a low-tuned harmonica will not actually hit the bottom cover plate. As you can see there, it's a very interesting way of designing a harmonica. It actually looks a bit like the Marine Band Thunderbird or Falisco's own custom tunings of harmonicas. Now, the particular model that I'm reviewing is in the key of D. This is a low D. It's very comfortable to hold, I have to say. Suzuki did a great job at ergonomics here. It fits in the hand very nicely, and although one may think that the conical design would make it uncomfortable to play, I've actually found it to be just the opposite. It's very comfortable for me. And the design of the back, it allows it to be opened up a bit more. These are the newer Suzuki reinforced cover plates, so they're not going to bend or go in as easily as some of the older models. So that's definitely an advancement in the design there. Now, the most important part, of course, how does it sound and how does it play? What I find is that these play extremely responsively. For me, I play a lot of low-tuned harmonicas for my music, and I usually find that it's a lot more difficult to play lower-tuned harmonicas. Because of the longer reed slots, it tends to be a lot more airy, a lot less airtight, a lot less responsive. However, with this design, I found it to be just the opposite. These are actually really, really responsive. So, to give a little example here. So one thing that my camera may not be capturing is the volume. These are extremely loud, especially for low-tuned harmonicas, which is amazing. It's as though Suzuki has solved a lot of, or at least remedied many of the problems with lower tunings. So amazing volume, great response. It's very easy to play. For me, much easier than pretty much any other low-tuned harmonica outside of some customs that I've played. So Suzuki has done a great job here. These are retailing for significantly lower than the price of most other low-tuned competitors. So as far as economically, these are a much better option for me. Also have a low E here, and just to give you a sample of how this one sounds. One last point I would want to add, I think, I'm not for certain on this, but I think that these may be tuned to sort of a more compromised tuning than most Suzuki Manjis. It's a lot closer to just intonation, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not just, I'm sure of that, but it is very close to just intonation for those of you who prefer a more traditional harmonica, more similar to a marine band that has very similar and succinct chords. So these, as low-tuned harmonicas, the point for a lot of people is to be able to play really nice, deep, rich chords. So you're going to find that the chords on these instruments are very, very even. But they have not been tuned out of sync for your octaves and single notes. So for me, this is a fantastic instrument. This is the Suzuki Manji low tune line of diatonic harmonicas. Have a good one.